There is new data from Spotify showing just how badly our attention span is crumbling. You might have stopped watching this already. I'm only 6 seconds in, I think. They have shown that people are skipping songs to the point of addiction to it. Let's look at the research findings. Nearly a quarter of all songs on Spotify get skipped within 5 seconds of starting. That's basically 25%, a quarter. I'm not a mathematician, but basically. I could do that. More than a third are skipped within 30 seconds. Nearly half of all songs are skipped at some point. So even if you love your who's popular with the kids, the Beyonce, you're still skipping her. And teens show the most inclination to skip, but there's an increase for those in their mid-40s as well. I guess none of this should be surprising, right? We're all doing this all day long with our phones, and we're all tweeting. And I admit that I'm on this stuff all the time. But there's something I thought interesting that it's related to music now too. Like even music. We're losing our attention and our ability
fragmented attention. I find that to be the case. And actually, as I was reading this story, I realized I had a video playing in the background that I was supposed to also be listening to, but then I got bored, and so I went over and checked something else, and then I went, oh my gosh, I'm doing it right now.
Yeah.
So.
Were you tweeting while I was reading that?
I
was looking away. Were you tweeting or Facebooking?
There's a different app involved there, but yes.
Yes.
No, yeah, but I think just given the opportunity to change what's happening, we're going to take it, right? I mean, how many times did you listen to the radio when a Nickelback song came on? You were like, Jesus.
Exactly.
Let's just get through these. I would have skipped it before 5 seconds was up. And I think if you have your playlist set up, and you've got songs that you select to listen to, maybe you just don't feel like listening to it right then. Maybe you'll come back to it. And I don't know if it's necessarily an example or a reason to say like we're just so crazy and out of control. It's like we're doing what the whole point of the thing is. It's like to give you choice, and you're exercising your choice.
Yeah, so I'm glad you went there immediately, because I do agree with that as a basic principle, that maybe this is just the next step in this. We seem to think everything's bad, everything's getting faster and shorter and whatever, but I do think there's a chance that maybe we're allowing our brains to work on other things, because this short-term thing, you can do 5 things at once. You can now watch a video, and you could probably mute that video and have music on and be tweeting. And maybe we are rewiring. We've talked about the rewiring of our brains, and maybe we are rewiring in a good way. Is that possible?
Oh, I think absolutely. Our brains are, as humans, we are so adaptable, and our brains are adapting to this new reality that we've created for ourselves. And maybe the reason why we're switching is because we really couldn't before. Before, you were limited to what was playing on the radio right then, and whatever you could switch to that might be interesting, or your cassette tapes. So we had the fact that we're actually in a place now where we can choose for ourselves and have this wide menu to choose from on our own. Maybe that's what our brains naturally always wanted to do.
Yeah,
but couldn't, because the media didn't allow us to.
Yeah, and I think
the media, the way it comes out, the delivery system. I was trying to say.
Well, I think you're right about the radio thing, because this past weekend I was driving up to Davis. It's from LA. It's about a 6-hour drive. And I was doing the radio thing, just FM radio, and I realized how quickly, I don't even know if it was 5 seconds that I could hear a song and immediately switch. So maybe this isn't that new, do you think?
Well, there's a lot more garbage music out there, first of all. Because, no, for real.
Yeah.
Because I used to work in music, I was in a band, it's a lot easier to make music now. It's a lot easier to get your music on Spotify. You just have to basically pay $49 and it shows up there. So it's like...
Oh, that's interesting. So you just think there's more garbage in
there
general,
absolutely
so that
is.
in itself...
The level of, the barriers to entry have come down so much with the advent of technology, and recording technology specifically, that more people are able to make more things. If you search for a song that you like on Spotify, let's use your favorite Beyonce, like you were just talking.
Yes.
You will find the Beyonce song.
Frankly, I like Tina Turner more, but I was trying to...
Wow. Well, anyway, if you find Beyonce, now I'm off my track, thanks to Tina Turner, riding on the freeway, not me. If you look at that Beyonce song, there's going to be 4 different cover versions of that by like local bands from Idaho, and they're not very good. Sorry. So of course you're going to skip.
Right, so we've just made the pool bigger and bigger.
Well, I wonder how much we can extrapolate from this particular study. Great that they have all these metrics at Spotify that they can actually look and say, oh my God, look, when they peak at this time of the day, they peak at this age.
For Spotify.
Indeed. But as far as how much we can extrapolate from that, the actual fragmentation of attention spans from people, I think Spotify is very specific because, it is more hands-on than just turning on something like Pandora in the background and just letting it choose for you, that randomization. So if it's more hands-on, then it's going to show more people are going to have more fragmented attention because it requires you to do that for the most part. But I don't know that that means that that is necessarily, one, a bad thing, and two, that it's happening really as much as this specific study would indicate. It may not be that it's like that as much for everybody. It may just be that that's because that's how Spotify works best.
Yeah. So I like that we're being pro-attention and anti-attention here. We're giving it both sides. But then I was thinking, could we ever have a classical music comeback, where where you really listen to one piece for 20 minutes, or could a Bohemian Rhapsody even ever be written now? Because we're so in this Katy Perry churned out, as you said, like you now have these, when all these pop songs come out, there's literally teams of like 40 people just coming up with some stupid repetitive beat. Could we ever have sort of long form music actually come back, or is that really a thing of the past?
I think the nature of how the music business works today, figuring out what the formula is to have a popular song, you're talking the difference between commercially popular versus artistic. So as long as artists have an opportunity to get their music and their work out to a wider audience, we don't have the same system that we used to for classical music. If they're able to still get it out there, then I think, we will still have a resurgence or the survival of classical music in longer form pieces.
I think
but that's a big
better
question.
than resurgence.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about having more opportunities to get more music out is that then as fan bases go, they're able to be segmented more. So if you're just into that one thing, you can go and find that. The formulaic process of the music industry has been going on since, I don't know, 1950, I'm sure. I mean, it's like, you look at a pop song then, you look at a pop song now, you've got chord progressions, you've got beats that are very much the same. They're just recycled over and over. But if you're a consumer, you are no longer just getting your music from the MTVs or the radio. You can go out, and if you would like to listen to a Coltrane record, go for it. Do it. Or the new version of a Coltrane record, whatever that is. Tina Turner in your case.
Yeah. Well, I wonder how many of you actually watched this entire video. That would be, I guess, the ultimate lesson in this would be that. So let us know in the comments down below.